Hey everyone, I just wanted to go ahead and introduce this session for this week. We're on February week 2, but what I want to mention is if you have not read over the blog post before this, which is the introduction and week 1, I want you to go back. You need to read through those and do the action steps just for this to make more sense. And as we're implementing what you're going to learn today, it'll make more sense and fit better. So go back and do that, press pause, go back and do those if you have not already. And if you've done those, then welcome. So this week our focus is on making over your mornings. And I heard of this visual and it just makes so much sense for what I'm trying to tell you. So I have a little demonstration for you. So last week we tried to identify maybe some extra clutter in your life and in your calendar, and how we did that is we listed out your priorities, okay? So what you want to do is then make decisions from that place, making sure that your priorities get in first, okay? And why this is important is, let's say this first glass, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pretend that this glass represents you. And right now what I have in this one is I have the water representing all the things that can fill your day. Things maybe that you don't choose. So this might be running errands here and there. This might be getting kids from here to there. It might be appointments, and it might be things that people are asking you to do, and hey, volunteer for this, and hey, do that, and hey, do you mind helping me with this, and all these things that fill up the day, okay? But what I want to point out is that it looks a little empty, right? So sometimes you might feel that way if you're someone who has a hard time saying no, and you're always signing up for everything and always doing things for people because you feel bad saying no to them. You end up filling your life with things that don't feel good to you, and you might just feel a little empty. See how you can kind of just see right through that? Now the next one, this glass I have half full with sand, and what I want you to think about in this one is that these are the things that you kind of have to do. Like running kids, you've got to get them to school, you have to get them ready, you have to do those things, but it may not totally fill up your life. So then you have those in, then there's still going to be the other things that kind of fill up the rest of that space, right? So there was still some space for those extra things because we had that space in there. Now, you've got bubbles. So for this next one, here's what I'm going to challenge you to do, and this is the one where I want you to try to focus and live your life this way. What we're going to do is, remember how I had you identify the things that are most important to you and the things that really matter. I'm going to challenge you to build your day with these first. So we're going to put in called the big rocks, right? We're going to put in the big rocks. Maybe for you this is a quiet time. Maybe this is exercise. Maybe this is having meaningful conversations with your family. Whatever it is that is most important to you, we're going to put those in first, okay? So we add those in. Now, what I want you to see is all these things that take up space that you still need to do. Look, it can kind of go down and around in there, right? There's still space for it, right? It's going in there. You fill it all in. Okay, so those are the things that you still have to do. There's still space. It will still fit. And also what I want you to see is now there's still space for all these things. Now it's less. Look how much water is in here and how much water is in here. You have to take out some of this water. So all these extra things that you say yes to, you need to start saying no to some of these. Because look what you do. You make space in your glass, in your life. You make space in here for the things that are most important to you. That's why I'm trying to get you to make this shift, so that you feel good about what this represents, and this is much heavier. And look, does it look clear or does it look full? What I want you to see is this glass looks full. So this is a more satisfying life because you've put in the things that are most important to you. There's still space for all the extras that need to go in there, and then there's still a little bit of space left for the extra things that people might ask of you or that you need to do. So here is my challenge, especially if you're here, I want you to start going in this direction. Okay, so that's kind of what we're gonna work on this week, is beginning to make this shift. So go ahead and read through the post, and I'll have an action step at the end. Thanks for joining me.